Alright YouTubers, this is going to be a video on how to make your own timing marks on any petrol engine. Any 4-cylinder petrol engine. This is a 1.4 Fiat Punto Evo 8 valve fire engine. These engines do not have timing marks on them from factory, so you have to make your own. So what you do is, you get your engine to top dead centre, and how you find top dead centre is, you take number 1 spark plug out, put a screwdriver down the spark plug hole, turn the engine over until the screwdriver goes all the way to the top and then bobs a little. When it's all the way to the top, that's when you know the piston is at the top of its travel in the cylinder, and that's called top dead centre. Then what you do is, cut yourself a little notch in the top of the cylinder head, in the top of the rocker cover, sorry, that corresponds with a mark on the sprocket. You can't see it on this camera because it's not very good. That's what you do. You put yourself a little notch with a centre punch in the sprocket, both sides, and a knot and a groove, a cut-out groove in the side of the rocker cover, and that's how you make your own timing marks. It's always best to do this, because if your timing belt ever breaks and you need to find top dead centre, then you already got timing marks there. But there is a little notch at the bottom of the engine on the crankshaft pulley. There, that's got a little straight line cut into it. Now, if you're not familiar with these fire engines, that won't mean anything to you, but that groove, the lip on the side of the casting, indicates top dead centre in the block. I mean top dead centre. But you have to be very familiar with these engines to know that. So you find top dead centre, and you put yourself 2 little notches either side on the sprocket that line up with this groove you cut in the rocker cover, and that's how you find top dead. And that's how you find top dead centre and make your own timing marks. So, I don't know why they don't put timing marks on cars anymore. It's stupid. There's also a top dead centre indicator on the side of the gearbox. That there's a little groove in the flywheel that corresponds with some timing marks on the side of the gearbox. But the easiest thing to do is just do what I've done, mark them up like that. If you're ever doing a timing belt on these, what I would do, I'd mark it there and there with tip X, mark the bottom. You can get away with changing the timing belts on these cars without the locking tool. I never use the locking tool to change the timing belts on them. I've done loads of timing belts on Puntos and never used the locking tool, never had any trouble whatsoever. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get away with it, but I have. And they don't really move a lot anyway. Just get someone to hold this while you do the tensioner up, and pretty much that's how you do it. Pretty good cars to work on, actually. Very simple, very basic car. For a 2010, this car is so straightforward you wouldn't believe. They still actually use the same design going back to 1997. It's just the shape that changes. Nothing else changes on these cars. Engine, gearbox, suspension, exactly the same. It's just they stick to the same design because they know it works, and it's a very good design of car. Very simple. Alright, cheers for watching YouTube.